Do you ever find it difficult to sign clients? Do you feel like you're chasing people down, and, doing all these things to try and get more clients for your business? I was in the same exact boat. And now understanding the law of equivalent exchange has helped me realize the things that I need to do in my business to be able to attract clients to me and sign clients easily. Like we're always taught, or at least I was taught when I started my business a couple of years ago, that sales is hard. Like selling is hard. It's hard to sell somebody. And the truth now from my experience is that it's not. And you just need to understand what I'm going to cover in this video, because again, if you're chasing people down right now, it doesn't have to be that way. We're taught that it has to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Okay? Let's dive into what you can actually do here. So the law of equivalent exchange states that you cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. For every action or giving, there's an equal and opposite reaction or receiving, emphasizing the balance and reciprocity in life. What a lot of people are doing right now is people are chasing. I hear this all the time with people that want to work with me and are asking me questions. People are chasing clients. People are doing a ton of outreach or doing, running a ton of ads, or things like this to get clients. And they're chasing people down. Like this is you right here. And you're just freaking chasing people down. You're just begging for money. You're like, come on, sign up. Look at my guarantee. Look at my money back. Look at this promise. Look at this result I can sell you. And you're selling to like all these different people over here, right? There's one interesting thing that I learned. And it's another law. And I want you to really, this is very simple and you're going to understand this. And it's called the backwards law. The backwards law. The backwards law states that the more you try to chase something, the more likely it's going to be repelled away from you. This is, dude, you could think of real examples of this, right? Dating. I think dating is very similar to business in a lot of ways. If you're trying to, if you found this chick at the gym and you're like, dude, like this is my wife, this is my wifey, and you go up to her and you're just like, you're the most beautiful girl on earth, like I want you to marry me, like all this stuff, what is she gonna do? She's gonna leave you. She's gonna be like, who is this weirdo? The same way, if you have a girl that's just like head over heels for you, like this girl's spamming you, calling you 50 times a day, you're not gonna want to deal with her. You'd be like, dude, she's crazy, like get away from me. It's the same thing in business, but people don't associate that, and everybody's chasing people down like, buy from me, look at my offer, look at my offer, look at my offer. And the backwards law is just slapping you in the face saying, hey, dude, you're chasing them so hard. Guess what? We're going to repel them from you. Okay? You need to understand that when you, and this, another example of this, rich people, like just hear me out. Rich people. Who are the easiest people to buy from? It's rich people. If you're going to buy any course or anything like that, you're going to buy it from somebody that's already making money. Why? Because when we buy from rich people, we feel like they don't need our money. Think about it, right? If you were going to buy something from somebody and they start telling you like, dude, I need you to buy this. Like, if you don't buy this, I'm not going to afford a rent. Like, I need you to buy this. You're not going to buy it. That's the backwards law. The reason it's so easy to buy from rich people is because you assume they have so much money that what could the money you're sending them do anything to their bank account? Like it can't even leave a dent, right? This is the backwards law in effect. And when I understood these laws, getting clients is easy. I'm going to dive into the tactics here in a second. I'm going to give you some sauce. So stick with me. That's why people buy from rich people. And so audit yourself and the stuff you're putting out online and the ads you're running, the outreach and everything that you're doing. Are you facing the backwards law? Are you repelling people because you're seeming so needy? You shouldn't be needy. That's not how you attract clients. In an ideal dream world, all that you do in your business is attract clients. You get DMs, people saying, hey, I want to work with you, I want to work with you. I get those all the time. It's not a flex. Like that's me just saying that I understood these laws, I applied them, and it just worked for me and for my clients too. It works. Okay? Let's take this example. With the law of equivalent exchange. You cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. If you and I went to dinner and we went out here in Brickell, Miami, and we went to like a super nice steakhouse, right? We ordered some fat tomahawks And, we're just like connecting, getting to know each other. And then at the end of the dinner, I'm like, yo, I got the bill. And then, hopefully you're like, nah, dude, I got it. If you don't offer, that's mistake number one. But I'm like, no, dude, I insist. Like, I got the bill. And I buy like a $500, or I pay for the $500 dinner with these super, big tomahawks. The law of equivalent exchange will kick in. How will you feel if I pay for your dinner? You're gonna want to pay for the next one, right? And we kind of overmind that. We're like, yeah, I mean, I got you next time. But that's the law of exchange right there. It's not like you feel guilty, but you owe me, if that makes sense. It's human behavior. It's how we operate. Hey, I paid for your dinner. Next time, I expect you to pay for it. And if you don't, I'm probably not going to be friends with you. Right? Doesn't that make sense? So why don't we apply the same principle to business? And instead of us saying like, hey, I want you to pay for dinner, keep paying for dinner, why don't we pay for their dinner first? Have we ever thought about that? How do you pay for their dinner? Well, we do it by solving problems for them. Now, a lot of people say this, like, oh, just solve problems. What does this mean? Well, you see, when we're applying this law, what a lot of people do is they come out with their claim first on their marketing. If you understand how to make a good offer, high ticket offer, how to actually sell an offer, you understand that you need to be selling the result of whatever it is that you do to people. So maybe you already understand that. But maybe what you don't understand, because I see it all over my feed and everything that I look at, is you can't start the initial interaction with prospects giving people the offer. If you had no idea who I was and I went up to you on the side of the street and I said, yo, I have an offer that can help you make 30 grand a month in profit. I can help you scale with this. I can help you implement these systems, blah, 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 blah. You have no idea who I am. You're probably going to tell me to screw off, right? You can be like, dude, who are you? Like, no, get away from me. But if I come up to you and I have baby-like curiosity, which is how I sell. Baby-like curiosity. I'm curious. Like, tell me, you run a business? Dude, how's the business going? What are you doing? What's your biggest bottleneck? Like, what do you feel like is holding you back from 10xing? Oh, we just don't know how to get more leads. Got it. Guess what I just found? I found a problem. I found pain. You know what I'm going to do to that guy? I'm going to tell him, hey, man, like, I'm not going to give my offer. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say, hey, dude, I think I can help you solve this. I created something that's going to show you how to generate more leads and not deal with this pain anymore. Do you want it? The guy's like, yeah, like, dude, yeah, if we just had more leads, we'd double our business, boom, boom, boom. How much is it? And I say, well, you're not going to pay me money, but you're going to pay me attention. Okay, the principle here is that people pay with these two things right here. People pay with their eyeballs before they pay with their assets, before they pay with their money. People pay with their attention before they pay you with their money. Does that make sense? And so if this guy has this pain and he's not getting enough leads, I'm going to say, hey, dude, I have this video that can solve that for you. I'm not asking for any money. I'm just asking for your attention. And if the thing is good, this is the secret. People understand this, right? But what you need to understand is you need to do the right preparation. So when the person that's knocking on your door, that's the ideal client that's going to throw $10,000 at you, when they actually open the door and they're like, yeah, let me see it. If it's bad, if the video doesn't solve their problem, they're never going to buy from you. And most people don't have the experience. They don't have the knowledge. They haven't prepared enough to be worthy of getting this person to pay them thousands and thousands of dollars. And I like the example, I have gotten into golf recently. And I do that because one of my best friends since middle school, he's a D1 golfer, 6'4", drives that thing freaking hundreds and hundreds of yards. And he got me into golf. And we were golfing yesterday, and I shot terrible, man. Like, I'm not good at golf right now. I'm just not. And, he's really, really, really good, and I understand why he's better than me. It's because professionals, people that are masters, people that are experts, spend 10 times as long preparing and practicing than actually playing. When I play golf, when I play golf, I play it. I'll go once a week and I'll go and we'll play 9 holes and I'll just have fun. But what my friend does is he's at the golf course 8 hours a day. He works at the golf course, his school, he plays at the golf course, he practices every single day for hours at the golf course. He practices 10 times as much as he plays. And that's what makes him an expert and way better than I am at golf, because I only play. You need to practice and do the work before these people find you. So when they find you, you're prepared. And I think about it like with a magnifying glass, right? If you have this thing, which is you, your offer, your knowledge, your value, when the market and when the algorithm and when YouTube and whatever you're doing puts like a magnifying glass on your thing and you finally get the reach and you finally get the eyeballs and the attention from the people that you need. If that thing that they're magnifying is terrible and you don't know what you're talking about and you don't have good results for clients, it's not going to work. You're just magnifying something that's bad. But when that thing is good and it's like a diamond in the rough and you're just so good at what you do, it's undeniable that people will find you. And when they do, they're going to put that magnifying glass, they're going to see something amazing. And they're going to feel like that thing that you're selling is something that they wish they knew about 10 years ago. They're going to watch your stuff and they're going to be like, there's no way I've never heard of this guy before. Like, where have I been? Like, where has this guy been in my life, dude? I'm upset that I haven't found this guy 6 months ago, a year ago, when I started whatever it is that I'm doing. Understand that. Practice and put in the reps. I tell my clients, never stop learning. Every day, it's a part of my day to learn. When I'm in the truck, podcast, audiobooks, etc. Whenever I'm driving, I'm listening to podcasts or audiobooks. I always have a mentor. I'm always learning from somebody that is in the position that I want to be in. I had a client, I just got off a call with a client, and he told me, he's like, Christian, dude, before I signed up and started working with you, I thought you were in your 30s. And I'm like, bro, get the hell out of here, dude. I have a baby face. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I didn't know your age when I signed up. I just expected you were in your 30s by the way that you speak and communicate. And obviously I started blushing and I'm like, ah, dude, you don't have to say that. But the point is that I learn every single day. And that's why that's why I can do stuff like this. And I practice and I make a ton of videos and I've been making videos for years. And if you watch my first video, it's terrible. It's because I put in the practice and I learn every day and I iterate on feedback from the things that I'm doing in order to get to where I want to go. Okay? Let's get back on the rails here. Okay? So you understand you have to find the pain. And you have to get people to pay you with their eyeballs and attention first. And if the thing that they're watching, when they give you their attention, if you actually solve their pain, and that guy that I went up to in the street, he's like, dude, I watched that video, bro. We just doubled our lead flow. We just doubled our business because of your video, Christian. And then guess what they start thinking? The law of exchange. Let's go back up. The law of exchange states that you cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. So I gave something. In return, I'm going to gain their assets, their money. They're going to pay me after. This is how you start to attract clients. I get DMs from people. Yo, Christian, I signed like X amount of clients from the stuff that you teach. Like, thank you so much. That's why it's easy for me to sign clients. Because I care more about the problems that my prospects have. I care so much about helping people build a business that fuels their life, that helps them make 20, 30 grand a month in profit, that helps them build a micro personal brand. I care so much about that I know their problems better than they do. I know that they're chasing clients. I know that they're dealing with terrible nightmare clients. I know that they hate the business because I've been there. You need to do the same exact thing for your clients, man. And once you do that, you'll start to attract people. You'll never have to chase someone down again. I don't chase people because I don't need to. If I could just focus on making valuable content that solves problems for people, they'll pay me with their attention and they'll later pay me with their assets and their money. This principle has helped me make hundreds of thousands of dollars online, and I wish I knew it sooner. And so if you could apply this and first understand the backwards law and understand the more that you chase something, the more you're going to repel it away. That's the whole talk about energy manifestation stuff. The whole idea is that you're in such an abundant place where you don't need to sign a client. And because you don't need to sign that next client, they're going to sign. That's the place you have to be in. And if you're in scarcity, it becomes a loop. And maybe you've seen this in your life. The more, like when something negative happens in your life, you typically see how more and more negative things start to happen. You're like, God, why are you testing me like this, right? Like just more and more negative things start to happen. Guess why? you're in a scarcity place, and when something negative happens, there's actually a law on this. I'm going to find this for you. This is the extra sauce I wanted to give you. I asked ChatGPT about this one. Let me find it right here. I found this for you. Dude, this is a gem. This is extra sauce you're getting. You didn't sign up for this. Another psychological process that contributes to the forbidden fruit effect, you don't need to know about that, is the idea of negativity bias, which refers to the fact that we tend to pay more attention to negative information than positive information. So when something negative in your life happens, you're more focused on that negative thing, and as a result, more and more negative things start to happen. You have negativity bias. Another thing that happens is with negativity bias, when we are told we can't have something, we may focus more on the negative aspects of not having it. That's the whole idea of scarcity. If I tell you, hey, you can't work with me right now, I have a wait list, guess what? You want it more. When you go and try and buy an AP, like that's my next watch, I want to buy an AP. I can't just go in and buy it. That makes me want it more. Understand that. So you need to implement that into your business. That's the opposite of the backwards law. Like you don't want to be chasing people down. You want your thing to be so exclusive that people want it even more. Understand the backwards law. Understand the law of equivalent exchange. Understand that in order for you to receive and to gain money from people, you first have to give. So stop making offers and chasing people down, telling them you could help them with this and this. Don't tell people you can help them. Actually help them. And then they'll pay you. Don't say, hey, Christian, in my DMs, I get people, hey, Christian, I bet you I can help you with this, this, and this. Help me with it then. Let me pay you with my attention, and then I'll pay you with my assets. I know that's how I buy. That's how you buy too. So why aren't you doing it for your clients? The law of equivalent exchange. My friend, if you do this stuff, you will grow your business, and it will feel easier than ever because you're following the laws of the universe, human psychology, human behavior. Thank you for watching. I'll see you real soon. Peace out.